Yes.
So according to the nature of the business you come up with,
Mm.
states or dictates on what people to have on board, on
Yes.
what structures to have on board.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mm.
just like I said, you must not be a know-it-all.
Yes.
Like if you don't know what to do,
Mm.
think of bringing on board a consultant.
Yes.
There are people in consultancy who help people build businesses
Mm.
from scratch until when the business is sustainable,
Mm.
until when all the structures are in place.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now I think also what I've also learned, ladies and gentlemen who are watching and those who are listening to us right now, is that if you don't venture in first being employed, so that you can learn a few basics in business. The other way, if you have your money, we're also going to into that discussion shortly, is you get people who are better than you, people who are smart, people who have the experience, who have the know-how of what you want to do, and you bring them on your team. Now, your job is to lead these people. Your job is actually not to dictate what they should do. Sometimes you have to, but most of the time, since they know what you don't know, you have to learn. As you're working with smart people, you also end up being what? Smart. So the most important thing is getting smart minds together for you. The other alternative is actually by first venturing in that activity through someone's business, learn a few basics, and then now I want also to go back to how does Salim start from being an employee to transit to an entrepreneur? What was the process? What were the motivation? Is it possible for every person to transit? Because I've seen millions of people fail from being a super employed to actually starting their own businesses, knowing the dynamics in starting a business. Yes.
Well, Salim, my transition from employment to entrepreneurship
Yes.
was really, I won't say it was a walk in the park.
Yes.
It was a little bit, it was procedure. Because I started identifying what I want to do. What do I really want to do? Where do I want to venture? I've ventured in two different businesses,
Yes.
and I must say, as an entrepreneur, you must expect anything at any time. First and foremost, as a young holding a very big position, I would call it a very big one, because at my age of 24, I was already a branch sales and operations manager,
Wow.
leading old men and women in my branch.
Yes.
So I started up a small business, a bakery. It was really one of the biggest bakeries around town in Kasese. For those people that may know it, it used to be called Friends Bakery. Because I didn't have expertise in this field, I was actually asked by a friend of mine that there is this business that I think we can really take over. The owner was selling it. I got my money, paid the business close to 15 million.
Yes.
I wasn't actually on ground to run this business. Long story short, I ended up liquidating the business.
What do you mean by liquidating?
I ended up business. I actually assessed it that the business was almost falling.
Yes.
I decided to sell it off
Now,
to people who actually had experience
Mm.
in that field of bakery.
Yes. Okay.
Shortly, I got a job somewhere with Equity Bank.
Mm.
I left Kasese. I left Fort Porter as well. I went to Masindi. I thought of, okay, alongside this, what else can I do? What else can I do? I thought of different ideas
Yes.
that I can really do and monitor remotely.
Yes.
I eventually ventured into poultry farming.
Yes.
Had some good number of birds, some good number of them. But of course, just like I'll tell you, this business also did not go well
Yes.
because
Now we need- we shall- yes.
because I was not on ground.
Yes.
And these Shamba boys, the
Yes.
boys who were on ground to monitor the project for me,
Yes.
actually did what they could. But for as long as the owner of the business is not on ground, you can never expect your project to go 100% as expected.
Yes.
So I thought of, what can I do that I really have expertise in? Because I did the bakery business, it failed. I did the poultry, it also failed.
Yes.
I remembered in 2019, before COVID, I had registered money. That is the YOPSA Financial Services.
Yes.
I then looked at the experience I've gained over the years.
in financial services.
in financial services.
Mm.
The networks I've created,
Mm.
the people I've known, the tactics, the sales I've made.
Yeah.
So I started slowly
Mm.
with the help of my girlfriend.
Yes.
I told her, you know what? Let's resume the operations of our business, of our company. You wanna take the forefront? You wanna be on ground to monitor the operations
Mm.
as I work,
Yes.
as I create money, as I get money to pay employees.
Mm.
Because of course the company was still young
Mm.
and couldn't pay employees. We started with 4 employees.
Yes.
So I got money. We started the business. Of course, I was earning a salary, and through, just like I told you previously,
Mm.
that we need a job to get capital.
Yes.
We need a job to get monies to
Mm.
start our own businesses.
Yes.
So as a focused young employee,
Mm.
I made sure that I saved almost 800,000 of my
Yes.
salary on a
Yes.
monthly basis. So
You saved
yes,
800,000.
800,000 in the staff circle, in our staff circle.
Yes.
So when I got some substantial amount in the
Mm.
circle,
Mm.
I borrowed some money from the circle.
And how much was that substantial?
Well, I was saving 800,000 per month.
Mm.
I did that for almost 6 months.
6 months.
I had almost 5 point something million.
5.5.
Yes, yeah. So they lent me
5.6. Yes.
15 million.
Mm.
Remember, this was at 2%.
Oh.
This was
Because it was a staff.
a staff circle. This was
The
at 2.
interest rate was.
It was
2%.
2, yes. So I got the 15 million.
You
I
added-
I added some money to my company off the ground.
Mhm.
So that's why I was like, we need a job to get a few things off the ground.
Yes.
Yeah. So gradually, the company started doing well. We got money here and there. We boosted the company until I felt like, okay, I'm done with the payment of the loan,
Mm.
and I think now I can give 100% of my
So,
time
to
to
the-
to my company.
Yes.
And gradually I eventually left employment and settled in my business.
So it took you how long to actually transit from being directly employed to actually now running your own business?
Well, I must say that it did take me some good time, some good period of time, because that transition has a lot of actually emotional attachments.
Yes.
You see, for every person that has been employed, there is that assurance that at the end of the month
There is some.
there is some money coming through. Yes, at the end of the month there is some
Yes.
money coming through.
Eh,
So I was like, what if?
mm,
That what if has actually kept very many people
Yes.
in employment.
Yes.
What if my business fails?
Mm,
What if it doesn't work out as planned?
Yes.
What if? What if? What if? What if?
And your businesses had failed.
Yes.
Your first two
Yes,
ventures
my first two
had
ventures.
miserably
Actually,
failed.
I lost close to 60 million
Mm,
in those two businesses.
okay.
So I was thinking, what if even the institution fails to work?
Mm,
Because now leaving my job, I'm a confirmed employee of a bank. By then, actually, I left Equity Bank.
yes.
I'm a confirmed employee of the bank. I have all the beneficiaries. I have all the benefits.
Yes.
I have all the privileges of working for a bank. I
Yes.
mean, I'm leaving a bank and I'm coming to unpredictable world
Yes.
of entrepreneurship.
Mm,
So I had to actually gather strength,
yes.
have some fund aside besides the business, because before you leave your employment,
Mm.
you must have at least a fund aside that can take you for 6 months.
So having been in employment
Yes.
with so many benefits, especially with the bank, you are getting low interest
Yeah.
rate loans.
Yeah.
15 million at 2%.
Mm.
Really, that was so little.
That's true.
And then you are going in a place where you don't know.
Yes.
How did your girlfriend? By then you said you
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
How was she okay with it, or she had other questions?
Well, I must say that my girlfriend is one of the people that inspired me. You see, this person was fresh from the university.
Yes.
She had bagged her bachelor's degree in microfinance, and just like any other person, she would be thinking of finding a job
Yes.
in a corporate world.
Yes.
But
Like what you did.
yeah, like what I did. Of
Yes.
course, should be thinking of okay. You find me a job in Equity Bank. Find me a
Yes.
job somewhere,
Yes.
and we all work for banks. I mean,
Yes.
who wouldn't love to have such a life
Mm.
where your girlfriend and yourself are all employed by banks?
Yes.
But this person was like, okay, I'm done with books.
Mm.
I feel like this knowledge I've acquired should be transferred to our very own. I don't feel like getting a job somewhere.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, of course, I sat her down. I
Mm.
was like, our life is going to change.
Mm. Mm.
Our life is going to change. There is that life that an entrepreneur goes through. From employment to entrepreneurship,
Mm.
there are things that you really sacrifice.
Okay.
Things like happiness, because at some point I find myself sleeping at around 1, even 2, trying to come up with projections, this and that.
Mm.
So I sat her down, told her, you know what, since our company has grown to this percentage,
Mm.
I think I should also join you
Mm.
so that we can really push it.
Mm.
Because at that point it had required us to have more employees,
Yes.
and someone who was fresh from the university, she didn't have a lot of experience in managing people, in leadership.
Yes.
So to me, as someone who had actually been there, a leader, a manager,
Mm.
I had to chip in
Mm.
so that we can really take our company to the next level.
Yes.
I told her, I'm coming,
Mm.
let's do whatever we can
Mm.
to make sure that we push this company to the next level.
Yes.
So it was a matter of, to sum it up,
Mm.
it was a matter of a mutual agreement,
Yes.
anticipating the unforeseeable,
Yes.
because anything can happen. Since it is a money business, you can give it to a customer and the customer fails to pay it back.
Yes.
So we were expecting anything at any time.
Yes.
Thank God that much as that there are always tribulations here and there, challenges here and there, we have not faced any challenge that will actually kick us out of business
Now,
anytime.
There are two people here.
Yes.
In YOPSA Financial Services.
Mm.
There is this lady,
Mm.
your girlfriend,
Yes.
who starts from the university and
Mm.
immediately joins your business
Mm-hmm.
without being employed.
Yes.
As in,
Mm.
she's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
And then there is you,
Mm.
who was once
Yes.
employed in the corporate world.
Mm.
Do you see a difference in the way how you handle things?
Well,
For you, maybe you may have biases of employment.
yes.
You have restrictions. Maybe
Yes.
she has never been
Mm,
employed.
mm.
There are bads and goods.
Yeah.
So we would want to explore that, and then maybe also want to see.
Mm.
It's in Uganda also the perspective of Uganda and Western Young, specifically for Poto.
Yes.
The concept of working with your girlfriend, not your
Yes.
wife even.
Yes.
There is also a very big gap there.
Yes, yes,
Because also,
yes.
most people don't want to do business with their girlfriends.
Yes.
Now later, they don't want to do business with their wives.
Mm,
Now when it comes to doing business
Yes.
with your girlfriend,
Yes.
sending 15 plus 5 million, that is
Yes.
20 million,
Yeah. Yeah.
into a business for your girlfriend,
Mm.
and then you continue doing business together. I want to see how that one works out.
Well, just like I told you, it comes back to the systems, the processes you've put in place.
Yes.
First and foremost, while I actually believe that true love still exists,
Okay.
and every person have their ways of handling things.
Mm.
I knew this company was really actually we registered this company together way
Oh.
back in 2019.
29.
She was registered as a company secretary, and myself and one other person were registered as the directors.
Yes.
So I knew this person
So
was actually
before
part.
she was not a subscriber in the company.
No, she was not a subscriber.
Yeah.
Of course, I knew. Okay. In case love fails
Yes.
and anything happens between the two of us,
Yes.
I will still be in position to
fire her.
no to have back my company,
Yes.
since I was actually the legally registered subscriber.
Yes.
So
Mm.
in that scenario,
Yes.
I knew that okay, the money can be misused in case of anything,
Yes.
but for as long as the dream stays, or I
Yes.
still have the dream, I can always do what? I can always revive the company
Yes.
at any point in time.
You.
Yes.
Okay, she was not. Now I understand. We see. The first question was obviously when we were going out for a break.
Yeah.
The first question was the learning experiences or these two people, what they bring on board.
Yes.
The one who has been employed for some good time, coming with the wealth of experience from school and then corporate world, and then this one